from winner that I would have to draw later to fit into the right position. Okay. Now, before I move on, you can see two teams being mentioned in Bahrain, Iraq, Jordan, Kuwait, Oman, and Oman. Now, the reason why we have two teams mentioned, Al-Hid or Manama, is because Al-Hid also plays in the AFC Champions League playoff. And also with Iraq, Al-Shorta, and also Shabab, Gordon, Kuwait, SC, and so on. Since they have a chance to play in the ACL playoff, if they lose in the ACL playoff, they come back to the AFC Cup. And that's why their names are still here. Now, if they do well and move on to the group stage of the AFC Champions League, then the second club mentioned will replace. And that's why you see the or there. Clear? Okay, good. Now let's start with the draw. Let me place the balls for the East. We have Hong Kong. Represented by South China or Sun Pegasus. And then we have India, represented by Pune or East Bengal and Churchill Brothers. And then we have Indonesia, represented by Persipura Jayapura and Arema Indonesia. Malaysia will be represented by Selangor and Kelantan. Okay. Oops. Maldives, just to show you that I don't put the wrong member association in, will be represented by New Radiant and Mazia Sports. We have Myanmar, also represented by two clubs, Yangon United and Naypyidaw. Singapore has Tampines or Balestier because Tampines is also playing in the Champions League playoff. And finally, Vietnam also has got Hanoi TNT or Da Nang and XM Visay Ninh Binh. So these are the country ports. As you can see on the screen, these are the allocated positions, okay, prefixed positions, to ensure that the principles of country protection are implemented. If we make an open draw, then we may have two clubs from the same country falling into the same group. Now, we have placed this. We just now need to draw and see which clubs move into the right position. So when I first make the first draw, the country that comes out will move to position 1 and 2 because we have two clubs. The top club moves to position 1 and the second club moves to position 2. The second drawn club will go to position 3 and 4 and so on. Okay? And the first club is always the top ranked club in the local league. So let's begin now with the Group A from the West. For position A1, position A1 will go to the clubs from Oman. Okay, A1 Oman. So we have two clubs. So Suwek or Saham will go to position A1. Now the next position is B2. And B2 will be Fanja from Oman. Okay, this is based on the table that I just showed you. Now, the second drawn ball will have the country's clubs going to position B1. The top club will go to position B1. Wow. And the top club that goes to position B1 from the MA Kuwait. So the top club from Kuwait, that is Kuwait SC or Al Arabi, will move to position B1. And the second club from Kuwait will move to position C2, that is Qadsiya or Al Nasser. Now for position C1. Position C1 will be the top club from Bahrain. And the top club from Bahrain would be Al Hid or Manama. And they will fill into the position C1. The second club will move to position D2. And it will be Rifa from Bahrain. We have 4 more. Oops. Nobody was watching. Okay. Jordan will move to position D1. The top club from Jordan. Top club from Jordan is Shabab Al-Ordon or Al-Wahdat. Position D1. And the second club from Jordan will move to position A2, and that will be Tat Ras Club from Jordan. Next position A3. Clubs from member association Lebanon. The top club from Lebanon will move to position A3, and that is Safa. Safa from Lebanon. The second club from Lebanon will move to position B4, and it will be Najmeh. Two more. Wow. Really, yeah. To fill in position B3 will be the top club from Syria. And the top club from Syria is Al-Jaish. Al-Jaish. And position C4, also club from Syria, would be Al-Wahda. And now finally, it must be from Iraq. I hope so. Yes. Phew, thank you. It's from Iraq. Okay. And Iraq will have the top team, Al Shorta or Air Force Athletic Club. The second club will fill in position D4, and that's Arbil from Iraq. Okay, that concludes the draw for all the direct slots in the West Zone. And now we have to draw for position D3 from the two playoff matches. Let's see who goes to D3, playoff 1 or playoff 2. For position D3 would be winner of playoff West 2. Palestine and who's that? Kyrgyzstan. Okay? And A4 would definitely be playoff West 1 between Tajikistan and Yemen. Now that concludes the draw for the West. As I mentioned earlier, East does not have playoff matches. So all 8 MAs from the East will be drawn into the positions that you can see on the screen. Okay? Now for position E1 will be the top club from Indonesia. And the top club from Indonesia is Persipura Jayapura. Will be placed in position E1. And the second club from Indonesia will be placed in position F2, and that's Arema Indonesia. Now to fit in position F1. F1 would be the top club from Vietnam. And the top club from Vietnam is Hanoi TNT or Shap Da Nang. Now for the second position, that is G2 from Vietnam, it will be XM Davisai Ninh Binh. For position G1 will be the top club from Myanmar. And the top club from Myanmar is Yangon United. And the second position that will be filled in by the club from Myanmar would be position H2. And the second team is Naypyidaw. Now for position H1 will be the top club from Singapore. And the top club from Singapore would be either Tampines Rovers or Balestier Khalsa. And for position E2 would be the second club from Singapore, and that is Home United. Now for position E3. Position E3, the top club from Maldives. And the top club from Maldives is New Radiant Sports Club. Now for the second position, which is F4, we'll have the second club from Maldives, that is Mazia Sports and Recreation. We have 3 more member associations. For position F3 would be the top club from Malaysia. And the top club from Malaysia would be Selangor. Now the second position for Malaysia would be in G4, and the club would be Kelantan. Now for position G3, we have India and Hong Kong. So for G3 will be the top club from Hong Kong. The top club from Hong Kong will occupy position G3, and that's South China or Sun Pegasus. For the second position in H3, the club that will represent Hong Kong is Kichi. And the final MA to fill in the slots H3 and E4 would definitely be from